Yotes fell into a burning ring of fire. Went down, 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 and the flames went higher. And it burned, burned, burned. The ring of fire. The ring of fire.
Wow.
He
That was
didn't join.
amazing.
I liked it.
That's clapping for everyone but Sean.
Are there
For
comments?
Petey. Sorry.
Oh, okay.
Everybody, thank you so much for tuning in to the PHNX Coyotes postgame show brought to
I'm
you
with
by
Nick.
the one Nick.
Thanks, Nick.
Everyone's so mean. My God. Craig's a base. Yes.
All right, we're stopping now.
Yes, this is. I promise we'll
Thanks
talk
for joining.
hockey.
See ya.
No more singing. Thank you so much for tuning into the PHNX Coyotes postgame show, brought to you by the one and only DraftKings Sportsbook app, America's top-rated sportsbook app. Don't forget to hit that like button if you liked or disliked our singing. Please like either way. Subscribe wherever you get your podcasts and leave us a 5-star review. I'm Leah Merrill here with Steve Peters, Craig Morgan. Wow, Nick is really laying Sean Carey.
I do have to say, I was a singer in high school. I was invited to sing at the Vatican, actually, believe it or not. I just couldn't afford to go, but
I'm
I was
a shower
invited.
singer myself, you know.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
I
Car
sing around the
singer.
house. My family will tell you. And I can't promise that I'm not going to sing again on this show, even though people didn't like it. So
Yeah.
we will sing again.
Yeah.
Maybe not Petey. Petey,
You
here?
got anything
How you
to
doing,
say?
Petey?
No,
You good?
I'm good.
Oh my
Okay.
gosh. Well, we're trying to keep the vibes high because technically this was a great Coyotes loss. It was a 1-goal difference. They tied the game. It was close. And then they lost in regulation.
Jakob Chychrun got 2 points. Shayne Gostisbehere got 2 points straight. But it all went well. It all
Honestly,
went well.
Yeah,
all
yeah.
the things that needed to happen happened.
Oh.
Okay, Nick.
Hi, Nick.
Hey, Nick, we may have to censor you.
Nick, I can't make any promises. Sorry. Oh, man.
Well,
Okay.
you look at the start of this game, 7 shots to 1 for the Coyotes. You have 2 power plays in the first 10 minutes. It was actually the reverse of what they've been doing in the last 5 games, that they actually got on the power play instead of killing penalties. You just can't score.
Dylan Gunther, airmail.
Oh my God.
Airmailed
And
an
we
open
had
net.
to watch it 5,000
Dylan
times
Gunther
on the
over the
broadcast.
net. They had a chance earlier than that. I mean, they had 2 or 3 outstanding looks. If you can put one of those in early and the Flames go, you know what? We don't have it tonight, but they don't score. And if you don't score, what happens? They showed us what happens because Calgary finally woke up. The first 10 minutes, that wasn't the Calgary Flame team that was in the playoffs last year.
No.
Yeah. I mean, Calgary didn't look great all night, being honest here. They did get the 2 goals. Coyotes came back and tied that game up. They went in on a power play late, but Calgary still doesn't look right. They don't look like the team of last season still.
No, they didn't. But they still outshot the Coyotes in this game, which is, at this point, just something we've come to know. So let's just take a look at tonight by the numbers, because once again, there's a thing on here that is going to drive us crazy. Shots, I mean, Calgary didn't have a ton of shots themselves, but 20 shots for the Coyotes. I know they're always in the low range, but 20 is just not great. To Calgary's 27. Coyotes 0 for 2 on their power play, and here's the thing. The Flames were 2 for 3. So while the Arizona Coyotes only got 3 penalties tonight, I guess you can spin it as a positive. Calgary capitalized on 2 of the 3, including that last one on Jakob Chychrun that led to the game winner.
Not so special teams.
Not so special teams.
We've
is
talked about
right.
this, right? I mean, we know who the Coyotes are at 5-on-5. Well, they were a little bit better at 5-on-5 tonight, and they've been, I guess, a little bit better lately. But they're not a great team 5-on-5. So if your special teams are getting outplayed badly, or at least outproduced badly, it's probably not going to end well for you very often.
Yeah, at least the one thing I'll say about these penalties tonight, different than the other night, is they weren't giveaways. They weren't the too many men on the ice or flipping the puck over the glass. Craig and I disagreed a little bit on the Chychrun call. I thought it looked more accidental, and he fell over his stick more than Chychrun. But you're right, he gets a stick in between his legs, and I guess that's what causes him to fall. But so you're right. They take two penalties through the first 2.5 periods, and they're both goals. I mean, this is a team that was top 10 in penalty kill and top 10 in power play 10 days ago.
Yeah.
And
And now they're
coming into
neither.
tonight, they were both of those 17th in the league.
And falling.
I'm falling.
And the other thing that they're falling in is the standings. And we were concerned, and I know we said it on here several times. Oh my goodness. Well, we were talking about playoffs. And no joke, they were 1 point out of a playoff spot at one point.
We did briefly, tonight we
point out
were
of a playoff
singing
spot.
about Rings of Fire, but there were some shows we were talking about
They were like
the playoff
2
picture.
But
points out or
now it's a team
tied.
that's
Jokingly,
they're
but you know
3
what I mean.
points out of last, and they're tied for 31st or 30th, depending on how you look at up or down. But they're right there now, and it was just a matter of this road trip sinking them. Yeah, it did. They got a lot of points on this road trip that we didn't think they were going to get. And honestly, if not for 3 of those points, that's 1 win and 1 overtime. That overtime where they tie the game late. If you don't do that, now you're in last.
Yeah. Yep. 4, 6, and 3 on this road trip now. Is that what it is?
I think so.
Yeah, 4, 6,
With
and
one game to go in
and
Edmonton.
1, 6, and 3 in their last
And
1,
10.
6, and 3
And now
in their
you're
last
going
10.
into, well, I know we're getting into it more, but now you're going into Edmonton, and these are games that were tough. Like Vancouver, Calgary, Edmonton, we thought tough. Vancouver, they end up getting into the overtime, but Edmonton, I thought Calgary was going to roll. Calgary's a tough team in their building. They're a really good home team, and they just didn't look like the Flame team that we were accustomed to over the last few years. And I don't know if they're really missing Brady Tkachuk or Matthew Tkachuk. Sorry, Brady, Matthew Tkachuk, and that little edge. They didn't have that little edge. I know that they're still a physical team, but they didn't have that nastiness that I think that the Calgary Flames are known of. And I know that Matthew Tkachuk brings some of that, and they didn't have that tonight. I was surprised to see them, even once they got the lead, to see them allow the Coyotes to get back in this one. That surprised me.
Yeah, I agree with that completely. And that's what I'm getting at. And listen, it's still early in a team like this that maybe has a little bit of experience. Maybe they turn it on a little bit later. We see it after the All-Star break. But the weird thing with the Flames, too, aside from working in 2 new guys like Jonathan Huberdeau, who really hasn't done much, and Mackenzie Weir, who I think only had 6 points coming into tonight, no goals. They've been an up and down franchise like year to year. Like which Calgary team are we getting this season? So you thought maybe they had finally reached the point where they're going to sustain some consistency. And I think Brad Treliving even thought that about this team, that they had finally gotten to that point. And I'm not saying they're a bad team right now. They can still take a step up, but you just haven't. Like, I don't know. Again, some idiot predicted that they'd be in the Cup final this year, and I'm not seeing it right now.
But you talk about losing Gaudreau and you lose Tkachuk.
Yeah.
And including us, said, oh, but they got better because they got Huberdeau, they got Weegar, they
And
got
Kadri.
Kadri.
Yep.
And you go, oh, this team's better. Well, guess what? They're not better.
Not right
Markstrom
now.
hasn't been near. Markstrom's not their best goalie. Darth Vladar is. Like how is that possible? So if Markstrom's not elite, same thing we said about the New York Rangers. If Shesterkin's not elite, now they're like, oh shit, they're kind of average.
Hey, how about that reverse VH on Chychrun's goal? Wait, Petey.
Oh, the
set
reverse
you off.
VH. He's 6 foot what? He got scored over the shoulder under the bar. He's 6 foot something. He's not Darren Pang. Like, he should be able to stop that. Stand the hell up. Sorry.
It is.
Okay, so that was a great sigh. And chat, please help us keep track of PD's sighs tonight, because I can't always, and I know you all do a great job. And so we're really excited to debut a new thing we'll have on all of our post-game shows going forward. And it's the OG's PD sigh counter, because after a game like tonight, after me, Sean, and Craig starting the show by singing and PD sitting there angrily in silence, nothing you need more than a little OG's to get through this one. So the OG's PD side counter is now at 1, and please chat, I'm entrusting you to keep track of his size as we go forward here.
Yeah, love it. Love
Yeah.
the little OGs.
Love some OGs. And while we're on PD, let's go over your keys to the game.
Awesome.
It ties into everything happened.
Well, the defending the speed off the rush, I thought in the third period they had a chance to score before they got the penalty, where they actually got the game-winning goal off the rush. I did think the Coyotes contained their speed better than I had anticipated. Led Veggie C screens and tips. Their first goal screened and tipped. He didn't see the puck. This team is really good around the blue paint, so that surprised me that they weren't able to defend the net front. So that one, check that one off the list. And like number 3, like Uncle on the penalties. they got to get to a point. If they're going to give up 2 goals on 3 penalty kills, and really the third one's a penalty at the buzzer. Like it's to Schmaltz with with 8 seconds, 38 seconds left. So it's really 2 for 2.
It was really 100%.
It's 2 for 2.
Yeah.
Yep.
If you're going to give up those goals, then don't take penalties.
Yeah.
And if you're a team that can't kill a penalty, guess what? Teams take liberties with you too, because so what? And they can't score on the power play. Okay, we'll be tougher on them. So you're going to see this team start to get pushed around, which we didn't think was going to happen.
Yep. Absolutely.
Might be time to get 2 big guys back in the lineup. Just saying.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah.
Going into Edmonton, yeah,
big
and slow. That's what you need.
Yeah.
Sorry.
A couple things. Sorry, I'm getting a little distracted.
Look at Karen at the ankles.
Okay, so Timothy said, "How are we supposed to see
wear
PD socks with these layouts?" PD was so proud for finally.
They're matching with dots on them.
Oh my goodness!
I wore socks tonight too, and they have a bleach stain on them because I live with 2 children who don't know how to do laundry yet. So
I don't have stains on my socks, but it doesn't matter because we're sitting at the table today.
Yep.
My goodness. I saw a funny comment earlier just about the vampire and the ghost. I like that.
Wow.
I love that. The vampire and the
Wow.
ghost each had a goal and an assist tonight, and we talk about a positive from tonight.
that's the name of that pair. That's the name of that pair.
The vampire,
that's it.
yeah,
that's
that's
it. Done.
That's amazing. I have to go back and find whose comment that was. But that was amazing.
brilliant.
So thank you for that one. But you're so right. And, especially Gostisbehere, he's been a little bit quiet. He had a great start to the season.
Oasis.
Thank you, Hockey Oasis. We appreciate you. But obviously Chychrun's been hot since his return with 3 goals and 3 assists in 7 games since he's been back. Ghost had a hot start, and then another guy who had a hot start but is kind of leveled off is Nick Ritchie, happy birthday, buddy.
Happy birthday, Nick.
Yeah, that's tough.
Sitting in the stands on his birthday, scratched for his second straight game in Calgary. Not a great night for birthday boy Nick Ritchie, but he could have been another guy who we need him to also boost his trade value.
Yeah, I mean that's probably what this is all about, right? Refocus. You haven't done much. You haven't been that net front presence. You haven't been that physical presence that they need from you. So maybe this will get it done. Like Petey said, though, I'm not sure you put him in against the Edmonton Oilers, but he's going to get back in the lineup.
I'll be honest, Greg. We talked about this before too. I was surprised to see him come out of the lineup. I know you try to set a tone for a guy that the only way a guy of his stature and what he's provided on the power play out of the lineup is if you feel, and this is my opinion, by the way, this is not what I've heard from the room, is if he's not providing an effort and he's not doing what you've asked of him. It's you take Maccelli out, you take out Gunther to see the game, to learn, to get experience from it, to get a rest from it, to get a physical break from it. Nick Ritchie, you don't take him out for those same reasons. You just don't. Like he's a veteran guy that's providing offense for your team, especially on the number 1 power play. So something else has to happen other than just lacking production. That's, for me, lacking production is, well, then he needs more ice time or he get better opportunities. He's either not giving the effort Bear's looking for, he's not playing defensively the way Bear's asking for, and not following the systems, or else something else happened. I just have a hard time saying a guy of his stature just comes out of line. You can take his ice time away. You can put him drop him down on the 4th line, and you're going to play 8 minutes tonight. But to take him completely out of the lineup, to me, is sending a message other than you're not providing points.
You think maybe they just want him to be able to spend his birthday in Calgary?
And that's the other one. If you're in Pee Wee's and you can't sit the kid that has his birthday, right? Like if you got to play the kid on his birthday, I got to play that kid. You don't have to do that in pro hockey.
Oh, you can go out.
Hometown.
I mean, it's Calgary.
But you do that. You see that in the coach's room, and this is a true story because I've heard of this one. You go to a kid's hometown. Oh, we're going back to Calgary. It's so and so's hometown. I wasn't going to play that kid. God damn it! His mom and dad are going to be there.
Yep.
That I swear that becomes part of the discussion.
Sure.
Keeping the kid in the lineup, and I've had coaches go, I don't give a shit. He's not playing good enough. He's not playing.
I kind of think that's Andre.
His mom and
He's
dad
been that way in the past.
Your mom and dad are here. I don't care. His grandma flew in.
Yeah,
I've seen it.
Could be like those old game shows. Petey and Leah has no idea what we're talking about right now. Remember when you'd win like the vacation, but it wasn't the vacation. It wasn't the winning prize. It's like an all expenses trip paid to Burbank. And the show is in LA. So that's what this feels like. Kind of, hey, you could spend your birthday in Calgary. And let's move on.
And watch your team lose 3-2 in the final 5 minutes.
In Edmonton tomorrow? Boy, howdy. Like, again, when we live here, we forget it's winter. And we saw it today at the Calgary game. You see the snow and you go, oh, shit, it's winter up there.
Yeah.
Like, you forget.
Lots of Coyotes fans in the Saddle tonight, by the way.
I saw some
a number, a couple behind the bench. So shout out the Coyotes fans for traveling well. Matias Maccelli had an assist tonight, and he has been leading rookies in assists with his 15th of the season. I know we talked about him the other day being a pass-first mentality, but I mean, it's paying off. The passes are assists that are leading to goals. So great for Matias Maccelli.
Unbelievable playmaker. His feet are moving quickly. He's getting away from pressure, which is fantastic. The one play I didn't like. Sorry, I'm bringing the negativity here tonight. Maybe it's just too late and it's dark. I don't know. It
started when you sat there frowning as we sang.
Yeah, it's probably the singing that did it to me. But he comes in the third period. He comes on the right side. He comes across the blue line, and he's got a lane, and he makes a drop pass.
Yeah.
Shoot the puck. He passed the puck into a player that one was covered, and secondly has a worse shooting angle and a worse shooting position than he was already in. He's got to be selfish. He's going to have to learn to shoot the puck. He was in a better shooting position, nearly the top of the circle. Shoot the puck. It'll come. It's there. I was impressed more. His passing skills are clearly there, but now his skating, he's able to move his feet quickly enough to get himself out of danger. And that's one of the harder things to do, is play this game at speed. And he's doing it. So I'm really impressed with the way he's played the last few games.
I have two more shout outs before we crown our king. The first goes to Christian Fischer, who has scored 2 goals in back-to-back games. Again tonight, had an amazing chance, almost once again, somehow identical to the goals that he scored in the last 2 games. And then he had a great opportunity with under a minute to go in this game. He could have sent this one to overtime, which... For the winner?
Oh, no, that would have been overtime.
Yeah,
which,
forced out too.
Fish, thank you for not doing that, sincerely. However, happy for him because it seems like it's really clicking for him right now.
Yeah, I wonder if... listen, Christian Fischer's got to sustain this over a consistent period of time, but I wonder if he gets more opportunities. Look, they got some guys. We talked about the power play not clicking at all now. Do you give someone else a look? Do you give a guy who's hot, who's got a hot stick, an opportunity on the power play? I don't know. But again, you need to see a consistent effort. It can't just be 2 games. But Fish was around it again. He had a couple chances.
Yeah, and I thought you said that too. He scored 2 straight, and he had 2 grade A opportunities tonight.
Yep.
A breakaway and the one all in front. That's what you hope for, is guys get opportunities. He'll get his points, and he'll get his goals. On the power play, if you want to camp Christian Fischer around the blue paint, I have no problem with that at all. 1, he's a big body, can get in front of the goalie's eyes. 2, tip screens. Let's put big 36er. I don't have a problem with that, especially if this team doesn't start to score more consistently on the power play. I think you do need to shake it up, and might as well go with a guy that's been hot over the last few.
Another one was Troy Stetcher had one of the best chances of the game. He's been I didn't know who Troy Stetcher was.
It was a great feed from Clayton Keller right across the seam.
Yeah, and that's 2 games in a row where I thought he's come down off the offense. He got in a fight the other day too.
Under the radar.
Are you at a point now where you can recognize him?
I am.
Okay, me too.
Josh Brown.
Takes a while.
I need to see you a little bit more. No, that's no offense, but it's Troy Stetcher. So, it was a weird game, I would say overall, but like I said already, it accomplished what needed to be accomplished in that the Coyotes had a regulation loss. It was a close game in final score, and we got some trade value rising, and Timothy couldn't have said it better. Chychrun for king of the game boosts his trade value with the equalizer and then saves us from another phantom point, which, by the way, phantom point with the vampire Chychrun, phantom, ghost. It's a very spooky vibes with the late penalty. So thank you, Timothy, for teeing us up for Jakob Chychrun as tonight's DraftKings king of the game with that goal, with that assist, and that late penalty that kept it from going to or
help the trade value, help the tank for Bedard.
Exactly. It was a perfect game from Jakob Chychrun in that regard. So, I mean, he's been doing exactly what he needs to do. I saw a comment earlier. Someone said Chychrun's playing like he wants to be wearing a different sweater. And that's when he was sitting out this whole time. That's what we've been asking of him. And we didn't know because he hadn't played in so long. But if you want to leave, you have to play your way out. And so far, he's risen to the occasion, I would say. What do you guys think?
Yes. He's done the things he's been asked to. I think he's defended better. I think he's been physically engaged in the defensive zone. I think he's done all the things. And people are looking for Jakob Chychrun to put up points. Teams, scouts, they need him to score. Well, there's 2 games in a row he scored. The concern for me is, I don't know if anybody saw this. In the third period, he comes in the offensive zone inside the blue line, tries to drag the puck. A little too fancy for me between his legs, like it was a toe drag between his legs, and somebody lit him up.
Yeah, he got
inside
hammered.
the blue line. What if he gets hurt now?
Oh my God,
buddy.
So Jakob Chychrun's got a history of major injuries now. A hit like that, trade value goes pretty quick, and then I don't know if you can trade him after another big injury. So if I'm Bill Armstrong seeing that hit up there, I'm starting to go, ooh. Boy, howdy, let's get on the phone. Like we got to get this thing done before something happens. So that would be my fear. I worry. I want to see him. He just needs 1 or 2 more games like this to get up points, and the chatter is going to really start.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah.
Maybe we can reach out to DraftKings to get the best odds on his destinations. That's a thing you can do. Saul did this
good thought, actually.
over the summer when DeAndre Ayton, when there was rumors of him, or
I like
also
this idea.
with KD, there was. Yeah, I think it was KD. They set odds on where he would end up, and you can literally bet on it. I think we should reach out to DraftKings. So here's my once in a while plea to DraftKings. Hey, DraftKings, can we please get odds on where Jakob Chychrun will be traded to, please? And thank you. Well, until those odds come, there's plenty you can bet on the DraftKings Sportsbook app. I won a bet tonight on that Monday Night Football game, betting on Rashad White, ASU alum, actually. And there's plenty of ways you can win money by betting on the NBA. When you download the DraftKings Sportsbook app now, sign up with the code PHNX and place a $5 pregame moneyline bet on any NBA team to win their game. You'll get $150 in free bets if they do. That's code PHNX only at the DraftKings Sportsbook. Minimum age and eligibility restrictions apply. See the show notes for details. And earlier today, we were not in the big studio today, but we had our holiday cheer box on the table on Saturday night. And Sean actually today pulled out today's Advent beer. And do you remember what it was, Sean?
It was one of their Oktoberfest. It was like the monsoon something. I don't remember what it was called off the top of my head.
But there's such cool ones in this box. Good. Like, it's not like, we've got a hazy and a Kilifter. But what did you get yesterday?
I got a bourbon barrel aged. So I don't know if all of us were there for the tour of Four Peaks, but they have like a room where they have like old barrels that were used to like for other alcohols and stuff that they put certain like specialty beers and stuff in, and this was a bourbon barrel aged barley wine. It was the most unique thing that I have had from Four Peaks. It was pretty good. Not gonna lie, pretty good.
So all sorts of cool things.
How come I don't ever get involved? Like I'm a Four Peaks guy, love the beer. Yet to partake in the Advent calendars of beer because our shows are so late, and I don't show up during the day.
Well, hey, we're 10:30 on Thursday.
That's it.
We'll get it.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Well, after the mayor leaves.
After the mayor leaves.
Probably not a good look.
Yeah, because they're always taking that day's beer is always gone by the time I get here.
Yeah. Well, we'll get it on Thursday. And even though a few days have passed, which is great for you because now you get to catch up really quickly and drink 5 beers. But you can buy one of those December Advent calendar boxes right now at the 4 Peaks 8th Street Pub. It's $55. There's specialty beers, tall boys, and more. So definitely check that out and check out Four Peaks. We love our friends at Four Peaks. And if you're going to drink, just make sure you're 21 or older, but you don't have to be 21 or older to go to the brewery because they have great food as well, which we love a lot. Another thing tonight, Calgary's jerseys. What are your thoughts? The jerseys in tonight's game, the black, red, yellow.
It's a mixed bag
white.
for me. It's a mixed bag. Peter, you were talking about the white.
I'm just glad they had white numbers that
so
I
you
could
see
read.
it. Yeah,
because Calgary's had a red jersey with black numbers that you cannot see on TV, and it drives me absolutely insane. What bothers me the most about now, I'm going to go. So I watched highlights of the Calgary Flames tonight. They had the horse with the Flames coming off his nose jerseys, right? And they got the C with the Flames jersey. Every team's got so many damn jerseys. I don't know who the hell I'm watching when I walk by and see highlights. You go, who the hell is that? What team is that? Like, uncle. Like, pick your jerseys. Let's watch the jerseys. I can't keep track of what I'm watching. And when you're getting games in snippets and watching the highlights, I want to know what team I'm watching. I had no idea who we were watching for the first 20 minutes tonight.
I like to see Petey watching an ASU Oregon series.
I was going to say you would hate the NBA and you would hate the Pac-12.
Yeah.
The Pac-12
20 games between Oregon and AC.
Every
They
day you
never
got to
wear the same uniform
It's the
twice.
fashion show of what uniform we can't wear twice. We get dirty. Like what? No, wear the same. Like Detroit's wear the same jersey for 110 years. I recognize them when they're on TV.
I literally, there was a point where I was looking at them and I thought this could be the Florida Panthers if you squinted a little bit.
They were fine.
Yeah, they were all right.
They were fine. They were busier than hell. They
Yeah,
were
they
like
were
a
busy.
European midget team. Like that was too much going on for me.
Wow, Petey's really come with the positive energy tonight. Joel said, does DraftKings give odds on if the boy howdy count exceeds the side count?
Yeah.
They're
Side count's
very
at 3
well,
now, by the way.
Yeah. No, it's
Oh,
at
it's up to 4.
It's up to 4.
It's up to 4. I do feel
need-
like we need a little tone to let us know when another side has been added.
like
It's like every time an angel gets its wings.
oh my God.
I can hit him with a classic, oh my God.
Yeah.
Or we have. There we go.
Oh.
One of those works. I mean,
Yeah.
it's Christmas now, so I feel
my
like we should
God.
go with that. But then we should go to, oh my God, after that.
Oh my God.
Oh my
in the new
God.
year.
That's classic DP right
It
there.
is.
That was great.
Old school DP.
That was great. Ogie said they need to start O'Brien in goal against the Ducks and the Hawks.
Seriously.
Seriously. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Yeah.
I don't know if they're going to need to do
crazy.
much for this next tilt.
Edmonton.
Or the one after that,
Wait,
buddy.
they got Edmonton and Boston.
Okay, Edmonton got beat tonight. We talked about that. So they're grumpy and they're at home and they're playing the Yotes.
Yep.
This is not a good matchup for them to play on their last game of this 14-game road trip in Edmonton, in the cold.
Yep.
Like guys will have one foot on the bus before the game even
exactly.
starts.
Like we're going
They're
home
like,
after
let's
this.
go.
It's over
Oh
after
my
What's
God.
the weather in Arizona? Like they're like,
Yeah.
let's just go. Like it's going to be hard, honestly. And I joke a little bit mentally. It's going to be hard for them to prepare for this game because they're all going to be thinking of, oh, we're going home tonight. Tomorrow I got to do this. I got to do that. I got relatives coming in. Christmas is coming up. I got to go do that. I don't know, man. DraftKings is out there. Just be aware.
DraftKings is out there.
Just saying.
Oh, just bet against the Coyotes.
Just saying. I don't want
Yeah.
to say it, but you can say
maybe
it.
something on Connor McDavid.
I actually love the ding. I really love it.
I might put a little something on Connor
Well,
McDavid.
But that's fine. That's fine. And honestly, like I was thinking about this yesterday when the Coyotes started the season losing every single game 6-2, and I was like, oh my God, it's gonna be a really long season.
We did have
They've
that run.
made it interesting, and it's still early. We're only a quarter. We're only a quarter of the way into the season.
To say that.
Yeah, I know.
But look,
I-
it's 3-2, 3-2. They lost empty netter in LA,
and
5-3.
if they didn't have comebacks and send it to overtime and shootouts,
Yeah.
it would be even better. And I still think, I mean, Anaheim is going to be really hard to catch right now. They are pretty terrible. But I don't know. And you know, once Chychrun's gone, once they make all these trades, they're kinda-
Gostisbehere is gone.
Yeah.
But here's the other thing, though. We said this
Sure.
last year.
Is gone. What?
what?
We said the same thing last year about this team. Oh, they're never going to win again. They go on that Eastern trip towards the end of the season. They won 5 in a row. Anaheim, what's going to happen is you're going to start seeing them fall in the standings, and teams are going to be playing their backup goaltender against them. They're going to be getting guys nights off as the season gets closer to playoffs. They're going to be resting guys. They will approach that team lightly, and they will get a few wins. Will it be enough to catch? I'm not sure. But Anaheim's going to get some more wins. I still think they're too good of a hockey team offensively to not get a couple more wins. And really, that's all the Coyotes need them to do is just 2 more wins. So,
Don't field a goalie against Anaheim. Just play 6-on-5. Just try it out. See how it goes.
I don't have a problem with that.
Yeah, but Nicholas is right. Give me all the 1-goal losses during a tank. It's so true. It just makes it a lot more palatable. But then you have games like tonight where you're kind of just watching, thinking, like, I just was watching this thinking, like, what is happening? It was just such a weird, like, dull.
Yeah, it was.
Kinda-
It just,
That game?
That's the truth. Of it. It was,
Yeah.
it was a dull game.
It was dull.
It was a dull
Yeah,
game.
you didn't. I want to see a Calgary Flame game with the physicality. Maybe somebody dropped the gloves, and that's a Calgary Flame game to me, and I didn't see that.
Yeah, but oh
With
well.
the buzzing, and I don't know.
But let's look at what's ahead. Well, first of all, yeah, let's look at what's ahead short term, and look at all those home games. So we already talked
It was
about.
a team of the end.
Yeah, we.
Wow.
Sean.
What's the wagon company? Radio Flyer? That's what that is right there.
Yes, it is.
Back-to-back home
Buffalo
games?
Sabres.
I know.
Is that right?
There's,
It happens again.
yeah, there's There's a lot of back-to-back.
I'm sure
so
that
many
has to
4
do
games
with,
in 1 week.
with Mullet's scheduling. So
Yeah,
squeeze
so
them in when they can.
we talked about Edmonton and Boston this week, but then next week, Philadelphia on Sunday, which they've been pretty bad, but they did beat Colorado tonight, so you never know. San Jose Tuesday, again, they've been bad, but you never know. And then Friday, Saturday, the following is the Islanders and the Sabres.
Wow.
So
Yeah, and the Islanders are a really good
interesting
team,
little
and Buffalo's
schedules.
a good team. This is again, you look at that on its surface and see one win. I see San Jose as a winnable game.
What about Philadelphia?
I mean, Philadelphia.
I like Philly.
What happened the last time the Coyotes played the Islanders? At UBS?
No, I know, and that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
The same
I
thing I
know.
said on this
You
road
can't-
trip.
You
on
can't even
Sabres.
pick out. You
Yeah,
can't
what's the
even
last
pick
time
out
they
the
had-
wins.
they played the Sabres?
I don't know.
But we said that
We'll
when
see.
they did that stretch to Carolina and
That's,
Nashville too.
It's a winnable week, Petey. I can see 4-0.
No.
I'll take that.
Why would you say
I'll-
that?
I'll take that
Hey,
one all day.
if they're gonna go 4-0, Jakob Chychrun better have a hat trick in every
Yeah,
single game.
seriously.
Here you go.
King of the game all week. Goodbye. And then I think we should just reflect on this road trip that is almost
Lord.
done. I was saying tonight we were watching, and did you make it yellow instead of red, Sean? Is that why you're pouting?
Yeah,
right now?
and it's not lined up. I wasn't locked in making this. That's on me.
We'll fix that before
Sean
Edmonton.
is not
There's
our
time.
king. I'm
There's
just kidding.
time.
Sean's always our king of the game. But I was watching the game tonight, thinking they've worn white so much. Like I'm gonna be shocked when I'm watching them in black again. Like we've just seen the white Kachina for so many weeks.
This started November 5th.
It's December 5th.
I know. That's a long time ago. That's a long
What
time to be
was
on the
that?
road.
6?
I don't know.
5?
We missed it.
6?
That's a long time to be on the road. And I truly thought this team would be in last place coming home from a 14-game road trip. And I got to give them hats off to Andre Tournier and his staff for getting them the points they did get in this. I mean, they got 11 points on this road trip,
Another angel.
which is... You do know that reference, don't you, Leah? Another angel gets its
Yes.
wings? Okay.
Yes.
Just checking. Because that's going to be a must-watch. Sorry.
Oh yeah, we're gonna have a lot of Christmas content
Okay.
right here. Entire show.
Yeah.
I have some
absolutely.
thoughts. We have some thoughts.
Yeah.
And
Nicholas
a
said,
little way
take
off.
that Shark game off the schedule. That's way too late. Trust me.
Amen.
We're right there with you.
Yeah, I don't know what we're going to do about these
It's a game you gotta lose.
8:30
Just
games.
saying. It's a game you gotta lose.
Oh,
Because
and
San Jose's already played 40
this
games.
is cool. Harold said Friday night
like it.
versus Boston. My mom just told me the night before I was born, she was at North Station at the Bruins game.
Wow.
In the old
Sounds like
Garden?
a hammer the
Oh,
Coyotes on the
wow.
Gadsden Sportsbook
How
app.
old are you?
November 27th, 49.
49.
Wow.
Okay. At the Garden.
Yeah.
At the guy,
The old
the
rat den.
original,
The
the
rat
original
den.
one.
And then Joel said, even with the annex, people will still be complaining about the temporary locker room setup. You're not wrong.
That old building in Boston, there were
Oh.
like pillars
Yeah.
in the seats. I had a seat once, no word of a lie, that the pillar blocked off about a third of the rink.
Right.
I'm
Sorry.
like,
Sorry you can't see the offensive
and
zone.
you know what they said? They go, "Oh, you can look up at the TV there." I go, "What? Like really?"
You
can
ever
do
been
that
to
from
a
home.
baseball game at Fenway Park? They have a bunch of those.
Yeah,
There's
yeah.
seats straight up right behind the thing, and now
Yep.
I can deal with it, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah. Wrigley has that
Wow,
too.
Harold, how
Wrigley
about
has that too. Yeah. it's-
73.
Harold 73.
The Boston Garden was a dump.
Harold just had his
You know
birthday.
what? No charm. It was a dump. Sorry.
What?
It was.
Boston Garden?
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw rats
Utter
there too.
dump.
I literally saw rats. True story.
So it could be worse. It could be worse than
Moving on.
than the brand new
Moving on.
Mullet Arena.
Yeah, you could be
Yes.
playing in an arena that was literally underwater, 10 rows up. Oh, wait, that happened tonight.
That happened
Oh, yeah.
tonight.
That was that building.
The Saddle Dome is cool from a distance, though.
Yeah, it's got some interesting smells when you get in it, though.
Oh, yeah. Good. Well, I don't know how to move
I
on.
think, as
from
Taylor
this.
Hall put it, popcorn and other things.
Yeah. Touche.
Oh, man. Well, Jakob Chychrun, like we've said, did what he needed to do. However, he did not get higher than 3 shots on goal tonight, which he's been amazing in the shots on goal category. So I was 100% confident tonight picking his higher than 3 shots on Underdog Fantasy tonight. I did that. I forget what else I did. I can probably pull it up, but I did a pick'em, and all I put down was $3. I could have won $18 just for getting 3 things right. So
You were that close?
I was that close. So
He probably just
Jacob,
needed another vial of blood.
I know,
Yeah,
right?
it is strange. Only he had 1 shot attempt. Like he had 11 and 13, and he had 1. That's odd.
What I'm learning is that when someone has like a really great performance the time before, that I shouldn't bet on that or like choose that in the next thing. But that's what I'm learning as I go through this. But it's okay because I still have money in Underdog because Underdog gave me a bunch of money when I signed up with the code PHNX, and that is the truth. Seriously, they'll match your deposit up to $100 when you sign up with the promo code PHNX. So make sure you do that because it's really fun to play daily fantasy, to play the pick'em game. You could have done it for Monday Night Football, you could do it for the World Cup, or you could do it for hockey. And seriously, reach out to me if you want to play daily fantasy. We can do a 2-person draft. We can get a couple people, do a 6-person draft. Tweet at me, message me in the Discord. I really want to do it with everyone. It's super fun. So it's super easy to get started. Like I said, go to underdogfantasy.com or download the app, sign up with the promo code PHNX, and Underdog will match your first deposit up to $100. It's a tough night overall for Arizona sports here. We had the Suns game on the TV next to us. It was a full house, all 8 More Furniture recliners occupied, which makes it really fun because you can commiserate together. And honestly, I think the Coyotes game was the better of the two somehow, even though it wasn't a very great game.
Absolutely.
By far. But at least we were all comfortable in the More Furniture recliners. And listen, the holidays, they're around the corner, okay? So yeah, if you need gifts for people, if you need gift ideas, if you've been going to someone's house and you're staring at their ratty couch, you can find them a new one.
I need gift ideas too.
Wow.
We got Secret Santa.
You're buying a whole new couch. Look at you.
I mean, I'm thinking more like parents for their children, maybe, is what I was kind of where I was going. That is not.
Is that a hint?
My cat has ripped up our couch quite significantly.
It's not so subtle hint now.
No, it's not. It's not. But you can save up to 50% off right now at More Furniture with their sale going on right now. So definitely check it out if you need. And I mean, furniture doesn't have to be big items. Sean literally said today he needs a bedside table. That would be a great gift from someone. And that is a hint to
that's why I
Sean's
haven't
Secret
bought it yet.
Santa.
Yeah, I was waiting for the Secret Santa to see if someone's
Secret Santa. Maybe somebody's buying you a couch for Secret Santa.
Listen,
I'm not going to say who I have for my Secret Santa, but I'm still like, huh? That's all I'm going to say.
Oh my gosh.
Did you see a Caden?
Yeah, Caden. I was at the game. Coyotes fan from Calgary. Love it. Even got on the Coyotes Instagram when Chychrun scored. Caden, that's amazing. We may have seen you on TV because
we shouted out some
quite a
fans
few
on
Coyotes
TV.
fans in the
That's
crowd.
awesome.
So that's really cool.
That is awesome.
And then Bees said, what team in the NHL most resembles the Suns? And people are saying Carolina.
That was going to be my gut reaction. I feel like it's a really good team that doesn't get a lot of national attention.
But Carolina has a Stanley Cup.
That's true. But I mean,
Florida.
the team right now.
Could be Florida.
Florida could be good.
Yeah, that's
Florida
also a good one.
does really good in the regular season. Got the President's Trophy and doesn't win in the playoffs now in the first round. Yeah.
Do they have a star that doesn't get enough attention?
Well, not right now. They did.
Yeah.
I know.
That's why
Anyway,
I felt like
that's a good
Carolina
question,
might be a good
Bees.
one.
Huh.
We'll have to think on that. Definitely. Well, before we finish off here really quick, we've been talking about the reason for the tank is the future, and some prospects, some Coyotes prospects, some potential future Coyotes prospects will be taking part in the World Junior Championship tournament, which feels like it just happened because it did, but happening in its proper time and place this winter. And both USA and Canada announced their preliminary rosters today, and we saw Logan Cooley on for Team USA, but we also saw a Coyotes prospect. Not a lot of people know this name, but Sam Lipkin was.
Well, they would if they read Coyotes prospect report.
Just saying. But Sam Lipkin was on that list. He was a 7th round pick, Craig, for the Coyotes.
Yeah, and played for the Chicago Steel, now at Quinnipiac, which is a powerhouse, a team that's in contention for the national championship. Right now, yeah. So, listen, we still don't know if he's going to make the roster, but to get the invite, that's a cool honor, and we'll see what happens with Team Canada when they fill out their roster.
Yeah, and future Coyote Connor Bedard will be on that team.
Adam
Fantilli will be on that team.
So
those guys will be on the roster.
Your first look at them on national TV, and we suspect that Dylan Gunther might have a chance.
They're going to make that decision really soon.
It's on the table.
Yes, it's on the table.
It's not something that we know or don't know, but it's very much a possibility. And then Connor Geekie was someone who did not make that list, which I think some people were surprised about as well.
Yeah, I don't know what. I mean, it took him a little while to get going. I mean, he's having a productive season now, but maybe not by WHL standards. because it's a very high scoring league, as you know. But yeah, it didn't feel like he got going nearly fast enough. So
and let's face it, this is Team Canada World
Exactly,
Junior.
it's loaded.
They could field 2 teams and potentially compete for 2 medals. That's how
and
deep
just because you're
Canada
not
is.
on it
in that
doesn't
age group.
mean anything.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
In that age group, to it's phenomenal.
Well, yeah. I mean,
So-
look at 2 of the centers we just talked about.
Yeah.
Where's he going to play? I mean, I guess you could move him to the wing, but
Yeah, so it's okay if you're. I mean, don't worry about his development or where he stands just because I'm in the Canadian World Junior team. That's a very, very, very high bar.
Yeah. But it'll be exciting. We'll talk a lot about it when it happens because we will see some Coyotes prospects in this tournament, and we'll see some hopefully future Coyotes in this tournament. Lots of 2023 draft eligible players will be playing, so it's going to be exciting. But that was announced today, so you always have to stay future focused when you're doing your 5th straight loss post-game show. That's what you're in it for. And on that note, let's look at the punch card and see where we are. This row so far, all losses, 5 losses in a row, like I said, and we're almost through that 3rd line there in this very long 82
I mean, maybe
game
the
season.
last one of the row, maybe. Which one is that? That's San Jose.
yeah, it's San Jose, and then Philadelphia's
that's
right
your
before it. So
guess.
I could see a win over Philly too.
Yeah.
We'll see.
We
You
will
never
definitely-
know.
Honestly, you don't know with
This
this
team.
team. You don't know with this team. Could
Yeah,
they come out and beat
honestly.
the Edmonton Oilers? They could.
I don't see it.
I
but
will
they-
also say that this killed an early opportunity at a Connect 4. But
Aw.
we do still have the last row alive. So
we can get a Connect 4 with the losses.
yeah, we have already. We have
Yeah, you got that
We have a
covered.
Connect
I'm
5
not gonna worry
right
about
there.
that. Make full with
Yeah,
the losses.
yeah. Any final thoughts from this one before we wrap up?
Wait, again, it's another disappointing night for the special teams. Power play can't get on the board, 0 for 2, and the penalty kill. The first 2 opportunities they have end up in the, as Tyson Nash would say, the back of the net. So they've got to get that back on track if they're going to win these tight games. I'm impressed that they're keeping these games close. Coming back from a 2-0 deficit is amazing for a team like this. Last year, this team would have never had the ability to come back like this. They just didn't have that in their tank. This year, they do. They're going to have to get their special teams going, and they got to find a way to get some offense and start scoring.
One thing I wonder about, and we talked about this when they began this road trip, you come home from this, I think the residuals remain for a little while. It's hard to recover from something like this. They've been bouncing around the country, so I think people think, they come home, they're going to, maybe they can win some more games right away. You're still going to be tired. You're going to be exhausted from bouncing all over the country. I had one
get
player
tired
tell me,
when I look at that map.
I had one player tell me, like, even when they came home for those little stops, and there it is.
I like that now people are just commenting ding.
Even when they came home, one player told me it felt like just another stop on the road trip. So,
Yeah.
I'm going to go a step farther.
Yeah.
When you look at the schedule, we just had it up. They play Boston and Philly. And then what do they do on Monday morning? They get on a plane again.
Yeah.
They go back to San Jose. Then they come home back to back, then play Montreal. And then what do they do the next morning after Montreal? Get on a plane again.
Yep.
So I was talking to somebody on the staff, and I said, well, you're just about home to get so many home games. He said, but not really. He said, there's never 4 games. It's not like a 2-week homestand. He said, we're still once a week. We're going on the road. This is hard. This is really hard. That stretch we talked about after San Jose, they play 3 games in 4 nights at home. So that's go, 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 go. And then the next morning you get up, go on a plane again. This is, they have some tough road ahead of them. This is a tough schedule. December does them no favors, and neither does January.
Work, Petey.
Work.
And it's the arena, right? It's the arena that factors into
Yeah,
all
it
of
is.
this.
And the scheduling is really due in part to the arena. The annex is what caused this early part, but the weekend games, you got to play when the Sun Devils aren't there.
Yep.
So you got to jam stuff in. So this is tough. I still don't think that catching Anaheim is impossible.
Yeah, it's going to be a tough road, but if you want to go out and support the team, you should definitely do so because they are going to be home for a handful of games here coming up, and you can go to them, including the Toronto Maple Leafs at the end of the month. That's always a fun one. Lots of fun matchups coming up. So check out the Game Time app if you're going to buy your tickets to those games. Check on the day of the game. I promise it's the cheapest. You'll find them anywhere. You could save up to 60% when you buy them last minute on Game Time, and the best way to support us is by using the link below in our description, and then let us know. When you buy tickets to those events, you can also buy tickets to Suns games, ASU hockey games, any ASU event, any concert, any show, and parking passes. So it's all in one. That's why Game Time is so wonderful. I just can't believe they're finally freaking going to be home. It feels like it's been forever. And Craig, you have a fun story coming up later this week, if you want to tease it.
Yeah. I talked to both the NHL ice guru and a couple other people about why the ice is so good at Mullet. We've heard a number of visiting NHL players come in and say, this might be the best ice in the NHL. So I decided to ask why.
I really can't wait. And Craig won't tell us. It's like, we have to read the story, and I really can't wait.
It's a secret, Craig.
Really can't wait to find that out. So you can read that when it comes out on gophnx.com. That'll be unlocked, just like most of the content on the website is. However, some content is just for diehards only, including Craig's story. Was that today that published? It's been a long day. About whether or not Greg Powers is the right coach to lead ASU forward. So definitely check that out if you're a diehard. If you're not a diehard, sign up today. You can get 20% off merch, which, speaking of holiday shopping, great stuff. You get diehard only merchandise as well, which you guys have already both ordered your zip-ups.
I'm waiting for it.
Super stoked to see those, and hoodies now in the PHNX locker. So definitely check those out. Lots of perks to be a diehard, and we have a lot of great events coming up soon in the new year, so you get discounts on events as well. And I appreciate when everybody drops their hashtag diehard in the chat. And B said, Craig, you really are the best journalist in AZ.
Uncle.
Oh, that's a walk-off right there. Thank you.
And on that note, thank you so much for watching. Oh,
and we get aside from that comment,
one
too.
more from the road. Love it. I think that's all we got. So everybody, thank you so much for watching us, for tuning in, for commenting, for listening later. Please like and subscribe. Leave us a review wherever you get your podcasts. It's extremely helpful. And follow PHNX Sports across all socials. Thursday, and we'll be live for we'll have an audio show tomorrow. I got ahead of myself. I was so excited. Okay. Audio show tomorrow, Wednesday postgame show once again, and then Thursday, Tempe Mayor Corey Woods will be a guest on our show live at 10:30 a.m. That's Thursday, December 8th, 10:30 a.m. on the PHNX Sports YouTube channel. So please be subscribed, hit that notification bell so you don't miss that one. We have a lot of questions for Mayor Woods. So
indeed we do.
A lot. That'll be an arena-centered show on Thursday. So really looking forward to that one. So everyone, we appreciate your support. Once again, you can follow each of us on Twitter at Craig S. Morgan, at Leah Merrill, at S. Peters Hockey, at Sean_DePaz. Have you hit 500?
5 away, baby. At Sean_DePaz. Give me
5 till Sean hits 500. So give him a follow at Sean_DePaz. And of course, follow us on Twitter at PHNX_Coyotes. Again, thank you so much for listening. Enjoy the rest of your night, everybody, and we'll talk to you soon.